UCM hosted a huddle for veterans and students currently in the military on campus. Students and staff in the military met, shared stories, and were visited by Arnold Gordon Bray. KMOS talked with Jeff Huffman about the event.
The huddle was about validating data that was collected previously, and to also serve as an opportunity for students who don't oftentimes see each other because they're in different educational programs to get to know each other and let our military and veteran students know that there are about 1,000 of them on campus and they're not alone.
Today was really about three things. It was first of all about informing the veteran population, students, dependents, faculty and staff, that there was an effort that just culminated to understand the veteran, how to better support veterans. The second issue was to try to take the data that was collected through a survey, automated survey, and to validate it by getting another group or the same group with some of the key questions and see how the information compared. And then lastly, it was to allow veterans to realize that there are other veterans of different types that exist on this campus, and that there is sensitivity both inside the administration and there's also peers that they can turn to for conversations, hence called the huddle. And that's something that happens in good units all the time. And I think UCM is a good unit, so it ought to have its own huddle. I think it's important for UCM to be involved because they're really not separate pieces. The veterans are students inside UCM, and some of them, as you heard me say, some of the students don't necessarily like the distinction of being a veteran. But one of the goals was to make sure they understand this. Don't be discomforted or discouraged by having that label, because it's really a badge of honor. And while you may think differently, it is still a badge of honor that is shared by the administration, most of our nation, and there is recognition that some of the ideas of a veteran are both different, but at the same time they add to the rich tapestry of education to be part of a global community and in a global graduate from a university to try to pride itself on learning to a greater degree. So the product of this conversation today is that they will walk away, first of all, recognizing that the billboards that they see around the city and on the streets is not just a slogan, but in fact a commitment by the administration, specifically Dr. Ambrose, to be a veteran supportive university, not just friendly, but supportive. And so they walk away understanding that. The second objective is that they would understand that there really are other teammates that they can reach out to, share, and they've learned that it starts top down and it also goes laterally, so when they walk out of here. And then lastly, to make sure that we can inform the group of some of the things that the president is trying to do to better understand their environment. One of the things I told this group, and this is what makes a lot of veterans walk away from recognizing who they are. So if I were to tell someone what's most important about today, it is this. Veterans come in all different branches, different levels of commitment, different levels of engagement of what makes them a veteran. Some have never seen a shot fired in anger. Others have been to hell and back in combat. Some have been physically and mentally scarred. And so there is no one size fits all. But there is in fact a commitment, and there's an opportunity for them to share to make other students grow.
I just want to reiterate what Dr. Gorelli said. The university and the president both really want our military and and veteran students understand that we want them to succeed, and we want to help them and their families succeed, and that's our primary goal. And if there's anything that we're not doing that we could be doing, let us know, and we'll see if we can make that happen. And you know, their student success is a big deal at UCM anyway, but military and veteran student success is what I'm all about, and what the center's all about, and what this huddle is all about.